Alrighty, guys, welcome. Thank you for everybody being here. It is Sunday, November 20th, 2016. We are nearing the end of the year, guys. Almost 2017. This year absolutely flew by. If you guys are tuning in for the first time, you guys don't know who I am. My name is David Schinkel. I am the CEO and founder of Positive Traders. I run a trading group where I give out signals, and I also manage about 140 accounts, and actually over 140 accounts, like 144 accounts. And that's connected to my a trade copier. And then we also do daily live sessions. So I actually just started that not too long ago. So every single week, Monday through Thursday, I do a daily live session for about an hour. And kind of basically what I'm doing on this webinar, guys. We're going to talk about setups today because you guys know I don't trade. Like, we aren't going to take any trades right now. I don't usually take trades on early Sunday. But during the week, those daily live webinars, sometimes we will take a live trade on them, or we'll, go over managing a trade that we might already be in, talk about future setups. And then we also provide education. Also, we have about 50 videos between our YouTube and private webinars. We have just like a whole collection of just educational webinars that you can really learn, pretty much A to Z on it. And kind of use those webinars to build your strategy. So if you guys are looking to take your trading to the next level, that is what our premium group is. But guys, I do this webinar every single Sunday. I go over all of the pairs that I trade. You guys will see right now. But as customary, you guys that have been following me for months since I started this thing in June, you guys will know that I start with the economic calendar every single webinar, every single Sunday webinar. So we want to be careful on Monday, guys. We have Mario Draghi speaking in the morning. Okay, that's really what you want to be careful of. Keep your eyes on. If you guys are new to the economic calendar, we're looking for the red folders. Those are, if you hover over them or look at the legend at the bottom, it says this is a high impact event. So these are things that you want to keep in handy. If you guys have followed me for a while, you guys will know that I keep a little planner specifically for putting in all the high risk events, and I keep that literally open, sitting right next to my computer, so I know I can always glance over. I know if there's a big event, and then I also just highlight the event when it's over, so I know it's done, and keeps everything organized. So just a couple things this week, guys. Yeah, Draghi speaking, some NZD news, some CAD news, some more NZD news. What I wanted to really focus on, our key risk event this week, guys, is going to be on Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. We're going to have core durable goods order and unemployment claims, and then also medium risk durable goods order. So actually both durable goods orders are forecasted to be good, and then the unemployment claim is supposed to be slightly worse. This may be, if these were to come out as forecasted, which is this middle column right here, that could have a pretty decent tone, a pretty solid positive tone for the dollar still. That's not too much. That's only 6,000, out of over 300 million people in the US, right? But the main thing to focus on is the core durable goods order. If that comes up, could be essentially this could create bullish sentiment on the dollar this week. And then that's pretty much it. That's what I want to show you guys. We have some crude oil inventories, German IFO on Thursday, Friday, second estimate GDP. Now, keep in mind, guys, that I don't think it shows. Oh, it does show it on here. Thursday, bank holiday. Thursday, all USD or US banks are closed. Okay, it's Thanksgiving. So I think also, no, it's on Friday too, but maybe not. So that being said, the volatility, right, the liquidity on Thursday is going to be extremely low. So if you're trading on Thursday and you see some big spikes on the market, right, write that down on your calendar, write that down in your notes, right? Thursday, low liquidity. So that means that things won't be running smoothly. There's not enough, money as there is usually in the market. So it'll move a little shakier, if you will. So that's that, guys. Let's jump right into the juicy stuff, okay? You guys probably saw this before I changed over, if you guys tuned in from the very beginning. This is kind of what we do in the premium group, guys. I kind of do exactly just like this. So we're going to go over all the pairs. Gold, guys, this level right here at 1202, right? We could just call it 1200, right? Everybody is just calling it the 1200 level, right? We could just call it 1200. Oops, it disappeared. I don't know where it went. Sorry, guys. 1200, right? 1200. Oh, I think I typed in 12,000. That's why. Whoops. Okay. So 1200, we can call this 1200. This is our support that we are waiting, right? I think it's pretty much an imminent break. Okay. We have, we're kind of waving down. We have broken all key levels of support except 1200. If you guys look at the COT report, smart money is still increasing longs on the dollar, so that will make gold go down further. Now, that doesn't mean, guys, that if you guys are following me, if you guys are your first time tuning in, that doesn't mean just sell right now. Okay, it's Sunday. Things are still shaking up. We can see this key level. Let's drop it down onto the 4 hours. So I just want to show you guys. I'm going to zoom out each chart and show you guys key levels. Let me actually mark this. So we have this previous resistance here, and I think our next target is going to be around the 1280, and then also we have some confluence with our fib levels, right here, about 1281, whatever you want to call it, this general area. We have our fib extension, our first extension. Okay, so we've got some conviction to the downside, so that's kind of the area that I'm expecting price to go to if we break 1200. Now it is likely, guys, last week, remember, we saw some serious moves in the market, right? We really blessed last week. We finished the week like net 350 pips in the premium group, but that was because one trade from the previous week overlapsed. And so some people didn't take that trade. If you didn't take that trade, you yielded over 400 pips last week. So pretty crazy. Yeah, Justin, last week was fire. But that being said, guys, because last week was such big moves, we might see like a little bit of exhaustion on Monday, Sunday, Monday. So let's drop it onto some lower time frames and we'll take a look. So really, guys, I'm going to be continuing to stay bearish on the gold short term as long as we can stay under 1230. We are forming kind of like a flag. You guys can see it right here. Let me get my annotator out. Awesome, guys. We just hit 50 people in here. Share the link with your friends, guys, if you know anybody that wants some just free analysis. And you guys know, right, I don't give out. I'm not like a doo-doo trader, right? I've been trading for 2 years, or professionally for 2 years. And you guys have known I have track records. I have my MyFX book. You guys have been following me for months and months and months. You guys, I'm actually like a credible source to be listening to. So we had a flag form right here. Okay, we had our breakout. All right, we might see some more consolidation and then another move down. All right. If price pulls all the way up to here, I would look for an exhaustion candle, okay, and then look to sell. I don't personally think it'll move up this high, though. It might come to this previous kind of like this support zone before it broke out of, might consolidate and then drop, okay? So, but I am going to continue to remain bearish, guys. I think by the end of the week, we'll see the 1280 level. Dollar index is very interesting. We have broken all levels of resistance. Let's throw it on the daily first. Okay. You guys know our previous resistance last week was right here. This top we broke out of. Okay. So this week we could look for a retest. All right. A retest before going higher, just like gold, right? If gold's going to, remember, the dollar index and gold do the opposite of each other. So if the dollar index is going to retrace, then gold is also going to retrace before they move. All right, but it could keep breaking higher. Watch, we put on like the 4 hour, probably going to look pretty similar. We've got some like flags forming, just very similar to gold, right? Doesn't move exactly the same. But this moves very nicely. So expect it to buy in this area. Let's box it off. This would be good risk to reward to buy, right? With like a stop under here. And then long all the way up into the 103 area. Okay, that's some good risk to reward. All right, Euro USD. Guys, Euro USD is making some big moves. There's talks of it going to parity, right? Let me just show you guys the big move that we're waiting for on Euro USD. Okay. Believe it or not, guys, okay, you guys could call me as crazy as you want, right? But I think that there's a possibility of Euro USD going to parity, which is, 1.00. And I think there's a possibility of gold going to 1100 or lower before Trump's inauguration. All right. I know that sounds crazy, but mark my words, it could happen. All right. It could not happen too, but I think it could happen. I'm more biased to that than any other scenario right now. So guys, check this out. Let's just look at how well, if you guys are professional traders, or you guys looking to be professional traders, you guys need to learn flags and pennants. Okay. These are a must, absolute must. And if you guys want to have long-term success in Forex, you have to trade with price action, okay? I have so many people messaging me all the time asking what indicators do I use? Do you use RSI, do you use stochastics? You guys will see I have moving averages on my chart, but have you guys ever seen me really talk about the moving averages in detail, right? No, because I use moving averages to scalp on lower time frames. That's, to be honestly, the truth. I have a strategy on the 5 minute and the 1 minute that I use to scalp, and that's literally all I use it for. And I think it's just really inconvenient if I delete it every single time. But I don't scalp that often, right? I'm more of a position trader. You guys know that. So but back to what I was saying, you have to understand flags and pennants. The history repeats itself. That's all you need to know with Forex. And if you can understand flags and pennants, they're the same thing. Okay, guys, when I say flag, it's the same thing as a pennant. Okay, they're both the same thing. People just call them different things. They're such powerful price action formations, okay? And they have such a high probability of going in your favor. You just have to use proper risk management, and you have to understand how to trade them, okay, guys? Let me just give you guys a perfect example, all right? So some people might call, let me just, and I know this is, I don't like going in hindsight too much, but you guys saw how tall that flag was, right? It could keep going higher if I was zoomed out, but if we come down and we start to build this flag, your just general area, right? We kind of have this trend line right here. You guys see that, right? You guys see that zone, this zone coming up. Yeah, it broke through right here. We don't care about that, right? This is a zone. All right. So we have this in just like up here too, guys. Right? Just like up here, broke through right here, broke through right here. But these are called fake outs, right? These are fake outs. So we have this zone ideally. So now that we have this marked off, what we're focusing on is what happened right here. This is so common with pennants, guys, on multiple time frames, not just the daily. This is using a very big example, but this is just showing you how powerful these moves are. You can trade them on the 1 hour. You can trade this on the 4 hour. You just have to understand it. And so essentially what a flag means, guys, if it was the other way, right? If you guys have ever played Mario, right? You guys know that flag at the end, right? Kind of looks like an upside down one of those and pointed the other way. So whichever direction it's going, since we started coming down, right? We came into the flag, we started forming the flag, moving down. Our conviction when this flag starts to form is that, okay, at some point there should be a breakout to the downside, which is actually happening right now. But we don't know when that's going to happen. So you have to have these zones marked out this whole time. And this is so powerful. This is like textbook. You can't get any better than this, right? This support, we bounce all the way up. And now we start to get into this wedge, right? And sure enough, it breaks through right here, guys. This is our key area, breaks through. But we don't look to sell there. You want to be looking to sell on the retest. I mean, you can take an aggressive sell there. Don't get me wrong. You totally can. I'm not going to tell you guys how to trade. Just me personally, I'm more of a conservative trader. And then again, you would have the conviction with this 1130 horizontal resistance, right? So that's a solid swing trade. Unfortunately, we didn't catch that, right? It was right before the elections, so we didn't catch that. So now moving forward into real time, guys, we have this support line. This doesn't really have to do with the flag, but depending on how you guys look at it, right? That's just one way to analyze it. You could be drawing the line however. Another way to look at it is if you zoom out even further, right? You have this flag forming, or maybe call it like this. Boom. like that. All right. That being said, if we break this level right here, we're looking for the same thing that happened right here to happen again, guys. Look for a break, look for a retest, and then go short for the long haul, right? Go short for 500 pips. All right, 100 pips stop loss, 200 pips stop loss, 500 pip take profit, 1 to 2.5 or 1 to 500 risk to reward. I mean, sorry, 1 to 2.5 or 1 to 5 risk to reward. All right, but I'm still biased to the dollar continuing to gain strength. So very key, guys. That's very important long-term setup I'm interested in. USD chafe, guys, write this down, please. USD chafe follows the dollar index, meaning it does the opposite of gold and it does the opposite of Euro USD. Okay? That also means then Euro USD and gold follow each other. Okay? You guys need to rewind that after this. This will be uploaded to YouTube, okay? Wait for either like this to break out, right? Just like, and they're going to look exactly the same, but you guys know what I mean, right? Euro USD has like a big level of support. USD chafe has this big level of resistance. Same thing. Long term, wait for the breakout, retest, buy. Okay? Tyran. Okay, guys, I'll repeat that correlation one more time. Make sure you guys are listening, okay? And you guys can watch the replay on YouTube afterwards if you need to. USD chafe follows the dollar index, okay? And these are generalities, meaning more than in, I would say these correlations that I'm talking about are more than 80% of the time, okay? So dollar index, just look at the two, right? Dollar index, USD chafe, they follow each other, all right? And Euro USD and USD chafe do the opposite of each other, okay? And then gold and Euro USD follow each other, generally speaking. Now, at times in the markets, the other currency, right, there's a base currency and a quote currency. The quote currency can be either really strong or really weak. That can offset that correlation. But these are generalities, okay? So USD chafe, still bullish on it. Wait either for, and USD chafe, I'm not very interested in playing with this pair right now unless it was to come back down to like the 1 level. If it came back to test the 1 where, and I'll delete this, guys, now that we're broke out. We had this range that we were playing at. You guys saw that, right? And it was a nice range. We'll delete all this old stuff. So let's go ahead. Let's just mark this at 1. Boom. Okay. We've got this previous resistance zone that we broke out of. So either 2 scenarios. Let me draw them for you guys. Either boom, 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 or boom, boom, right? And then maybe like another retest and then go up. Okay. But we may start to form a series of waves with USD chafe. This may just be the start of a big move. Okay. A big move, guys. Pound dollar. I'm going to just start deleting some stuff because I don't want to confuse you guys. We're starting to kind of move out of this area, right? We made such bearish moves last week that let's go down here, guys. Let's go down here. I'm going to go on the 4-hour. I want to see price action a little bit better. Okay, this is a 4-hour. I believe we're working with, what's this line? What's this green line? Oh, that's current price. Okay. Okay, guys, so let's go ahead. Let's fib this out. Let's look at some major levels. Ooh, yeah. Okay. So we've got some nice price action going on USD Jappy, right? We may be setting up for a nice sell, guys. We may be setting up for a nice buy too. It depends. The next couple of days is going to say what happens. We've had some big indecision. Look at these candles, guys. Look at those candles. Exhaustion. Now it's forming an exhaustion too, right? Real indecision on this. I just don't even really like trading this pair right now, but stay tuned for this, guys. I'm not going to go in depth on this because we didn't trade it last week. I don't plan on touching it this week. lot better risk to reward on other pairs, guys. So we'll just leave it at that. Pound yen, I think it's still going higher, guys. Call me crazy. I think it's going into the 140s, guys. Call me crazy. But could see it. Look at that break. Look at that trend line, guys. Technicals don't lie, right? We broke it. I think we're still going to go higher. All right. And the reason why, guys, is because gold ultimately, right? My bias on the dollar. Guys, you have to know this. You have to know these things. I'm going to tell you guys a little secret real quick, okay? Make sure you guys know this. The yen, okay, the Japanese yen, JPY, is treated as a safe haven, similar to gold, okay? So that is why when you see gold go down, you'll see things like USD JAPY and GBP JAPY, pound yen, go up, okay? Right? Because a weak gold is also going to be a weak yen, which would be going up on the charts, right? A weak yen on this pair is going up, right? A strong yen is going down. So guys, make sure if you guys don't understand these correlations, you guys watch and repeat this video, because it's super important, right? If the bias is to the downside on gold, if gold drops super hard, we'll expect to go and look at any pair where the yen is the quote currency on it. Okay, so it's like the second one, and it's going to be skyrocketing. Okay. So that being said, because and that also, remember guys, and then it goes a little bit deeper. You have to kind of put everything together, right? If people are buying the dollar, if the dollar is gaining strength, that is going to send gold down, okay? And that's also going to send the yen down, which is going to send the pound yen up, okay? So I'm not, you guys might, by me saying this, guys, don't get things twisted. I am not a fundamental trader. Okay, but if you talk to somebody and they tell you that they don't even use technicals or they don't listen to sentiment at all, I mean, maybe there's a way, right? I'm not going to knock on anybody for that. There's probably ways to trade, like with completely ignoring news and economic events and everything, I'm sure. But I think personally that it's very important, very fundamental that you learn the fundamentals. Okay, if you want to be successful and you learn kind of like. And you don't have to be an expert on it, right? By no means am I an expert. I don't know world economies perfectly, right? But I have a general bias and a general tone of things and how things are reacting. And you guys can use things like Bloomberg, Reuters, Market Watch. Like they have all sorts of different like resources that you can use that are free. There's like reports and newsletters that you can subscribe to from hedge funds and all sorts of stuff. So you just want to like learn those things, guys. It definitely goes beyond the technicals at times. Okay. So pound yen, still looking for it to move up higher. We can look at it on the hour, right? Guys, it's Sunday, right? We can't really talk about current price action too much, but look for basically just buy the dips. Okay. That's the best way to put it. Buy the dips. All right. AUD USD. Still bearish on it, guys. Still bearish. Remember, and this is again, the reason why I love trading all these pairs, guys, is because they all like correlate with each other. It's so awesome once you learn that. AUD USD and NZD USD pretty much move together, okay? Because if you guys look on a map, right, you guys know your geography, right? New Zealand is right off of the coast of Australia. Okay, if you guys didn't know that, that's maybe why they move together. All right, there's also a lot of gold mines in Australia and New Zealand. That's why gold moves very similarly to AUD USD and NZD USD. That's why when you see gold move down, you see AUD USD move down. You see NZD USD move down. Okay? So you guys make sure, you don't have to understand these correlations, but I think trading is about basically having as much knowledge and exposure as you can. So you can't really have like too much knowledge on the market, right? You can always learn more. So just like gold, guys, it's either going to drop, it's either going to continue. And it's been dropping a lot more violently. But guys, let me give you guys a preview. This is what we called in the premium group last week, right? 2 days in a row, we looked at AUD USD. We talked about this flag right here. I talked about it's going to break. I said it's going to break this flag and continue dropping down. Same thing happened right here. I talked about this looked very similar to this, just a little bit smaller. And so at some point, I figured history repeats itself, right? I marked off this box. You guys remember it specifically. I said at some point it's going to drop. Boom, there's your candle right there. And then you get in. Okay? Made a ton of money last week, guys. NZD USD, same thing. The catalyst, guys, the catalyst for AUD USD dropping and gold dropping could be the support breaking on NZD USD. Okay. Now, I know I want to just say one thing about the moving averages on the daily time frame is sometimes things make sense and sometimes price action adds up nicely where we may be coming up to just retest like right this area. Watch, let's mark this off. Let's see if this corresponds with something on a lower time frame, right? Let's just take a look. So this is 70.25. So let's just move this back over here. 70.25, kind of like right there. Kinda, right? It's kind of in between candles. So not a whole lot. I was just going to say I think it might come up to the moving average. It could come back up even higher, guys. Let me show you guys where it broke out of. And let me just zoom out. Sorry. I know this changing around is a little confusing. Let me just show you guys what I'm trying to show you. NZD USD, very important, right? Let's delete that. Very key that you guys know this line. Soon it's going to become irrelevant. This line is going to get deleted once this 69.67 gets broken, if it gets broken. But that's why we're seeing such a big move, right? I told you guys last week in the premium group, NZD USD reminds me of USD JAPY, right? And USD JAPY just absolutely skyrocketed and still is skyrocketing. I don't think USD JAPY is done. We're going to get into that, but I think it's still going higher. NZD USD, I think, still has much, much bigger moves to the bottom towards the 68 area, guys. USD JAPY. I feel like I'm honestly giving out so many good trades right now, guys. The premium group is going to be lit this week. Once we see some price action, there's going to be some serious moves. USD JAPY, guys, I still think is moving higher. Goes back to my and USD JAPY, guys. The reason why, let me tell you guys why USD JAPY moved so much last week. Okay, why it probably moved the most out of any pair, and for the past 2 weeks it has. The reason why is because it goes back to what I said. Remember, guys, what I said. When the dollar strengthens, people sell off gold, and they also sell off Japanese yen, right? Just like when people don't want the dollar, right? When they're looking for something safe to invest in, they buy gold and they buy the yen, right? So that the gold and the yen do the same. So that being said, if USD JAPY, right, USD JAPY right here, I'm sorry, if the US dollar is going up, right, it's strengthening, that's going to make USD JAPY go up. But also you have the pound yen weakening because there's a sell-off on the yen. So you have two things that are working towards one bias of the market, towards going up. So that's why we saw such a strong trend. And if it continues, if the strengthening of the dollar continues, we're going to continue to see a rally in USD JAPY. Okay, we're going to see it move. I think long term, we're still going to see the 116 level. You guys see, I think we're going to see 112. All right, buy the dips, just like pound yen. Buy the dips. This would be a great area to buy at. Don't buy right now. Don't buy right now. Obviously, I said buy the dips. This is not a dip, right? Look at that double. Look at the tweezer tops. Don't buy right now. Definitely don't buy. It's going to drop. I mean, not hard, guys. It's just going to do a little retracement, right? When I say drop, guys, I'm a position trader. Like I like to look at higher time frames. I don't like to trade against the trend. That is a big no-no. You do not trade against the trend. Just like this looks like it's going to drop. You know, when you're taking trading seriously and you don't treat it like a game, you aren't gonna you stick to a strategy, right? And you don't veer from it off course, right? It's about consistency. So no matter how good this looks to trade against the trend, I recommend don't do it, right? Instead, look for something like that. Look to buy in this area, right? Maybe stop loss down here, take profit up at 113, something like that, right? Good risk reward. Always 1-to-1 risk reward or better, right? USD CAD. Whoa, USD CAD just plummeted. Holy guacamole. All right, guys, that's pretty intense. Let's look at all. I told you guys I'd show you everything on the daily first. USD CAD is kind of coming up towards. Now, USD CAD, guys, could go both ways. This is one pair I'm not, I don't think. It's like this is the equivalent of the pound dollar, right? I don't think the risk to reward is very good on it. Last week, we saw a reversal, big price action, right? Big price action on USD CAD. Reversal at the 50%. Reversal at the 50% of this, all right? Lower highs being made on the daily, right? We had an exhaustion candle. If I had to say a side, I would say it's going to the downside for a little bit, right? But ultimately, look to buy in this area, look to buy in this green box, and then keep longing, right? Trade with the trend, guys. I know it sounds crazy. Like it's so weird, guys. Like, let me just say this, guys. Don't let the week ending like change your entire perspective on the market, guys. It's just the week ending, okay? Like the markets are still open, all right? The markets are still open. Your brokers just don't allow you. The servers are closed, right? So your orders can't go through, but the markets are still open. So continue to trade with the trend, right? Yes, obviously, if a trade goes into an invalidation zone, if it gets invalidated, then yes, don't trade what you want. Don't trade what you want to trade or what you want to happen. Trade what you see happening. Okay, but ultimately, guys, I'm not just gonna like come on a Sunday and say my bias is completely changed, right? But you do want to have a little bit of an apprehensive approach, right? There was some big moves last week, so I'm saying what I think, guys, is wait for a retracement and then look to go long, and that's like my dollar theory, right? Look for a retracement, look to go long, right? Look to go long around this area. Okay, look to go long around there. We can see that's probably like the 23.8% retracement level, 23.6% retracement level. Look at it. Pretty much is. Boom. Right there. This zone. And if you guys want to know what my opinion is on Fibonacci, what I think is the strongest and I think is the weakest, I think by far the 50% retracement is the strongest, followed by the 61.8. And then I think the 23.6 and the 38.2 are kind of like ranked the same. I haven't really seen a big noticeable, at times like this, it'll add conviction, but nothing super significant in my strategy that I've built, at least. Some of you guys might love the 23.6, right? So you guys know I'm a positive trader. That's why I call it positive trader. So I'm not going to let anybody, knock on anybody. So look for a retracement and then buy. Last thing is oil, guys. Wow, oil gapped. You guys know I don't even really trade oil a whole lot. I just like to look at it, right? I like to just do analysis on it. I didn't call an official buy last week, but in the premium group, I did say like this would be a good area to buy at, right? Especially when it was after we saw this exhaustion candle, right? That would have been decent, a little aggressive. I didn't feel comfortable calling it, but oil, guys, I think will keep going up a little bit, right? But ultimately, I think we can maybe look to sell oil. It just depends. Depends what happens in this area, 47.36. If this is gonna act as resistance, then come back down. Let's see. Watch. If it's gonna go like this, or if it's gonna come up here and go down, or if it doesn't do either of those, then we'll look to break this, retest, and go. You just have to react to what the markets are doing, guys. You can't have like a rock solid, like you can't have like a hard head in the markets, right? And that'll seriously blow accounts, right, guys? Like you can't honestly think sometimes that you're going to be right like 100% of the time. You have to listen to what the markets are doing. No matter how good the setup looks, sometimes the markets just aren't going to move in your favor, and you have to acknowledge that. Brian, you said you're asking what exactly does the gap mean? That's a really good question, okay? What the gap means is it kind of actually goes back to what I just said, is that the markets are still open on the weekends, right? There's still oil being pumped out of the ground, right? There's still oil being barreled, right? There's still trades being made on oil, right? It's not like just because the Forex market's closed, it's like in the world, everybody's like, okay, we're going to stop importing and exporting oil for the weekend. We're just going to call it a weekend, right? No. There's still prices moving around. But the reason why is these charts, right? This feed is coming from a broker, right? We look at it, it's coming from a specific broker. I don't know, TVC, whoever that is, right? It's coming from a broker. That broker, all brokers, right? Their servers are going to be closed on the weekends, right? That's why some candles will look different, right? Because some brokers' servers are closed for like for instance, FX Choice. Their gold server is closed for 2 hours every day, right? So the candles will look a little bit different than say like FXCM, right? Where their gold, I believe, oh, you actually can't even trade gold with FXCM. Say like FX Glory, where the gold candle is going to be open all the time. Exactly. Institutions are still trading. That's all I got, guys. That's all I got. I really like, I hope you guys like that. I'm just like getting short and straight to the point. I really like, I've been like, just trying to put a lot more focus into like the daily sessions with you guys and things like that. Oh, Roderick, awesome question, man. Yeah, I don't even know why I didn't message or why I didn't say anything. Definitely, there is a huge correlation to oil and CAD. Okay, the correlation is a positive correlation. Okay, guys, if you guys that know, you guys that live in Canada, right? I saw somebody said they're in Toronto. I know Cal, you're in Canada as well. Guys, throw in the comments, right? Like how much Canada's economy revolves around oil, right? It's very, very representative of what oil is doing. So if oil's going up, okay, if there's a demand for oil, there's going to be a demand for CAD. CAD is going to be going up. If oil is going down, and this, these are generalities, but we're talking long-term fundamentals, long-term correlations, all right? Guys, and let me show you guys a really cool resource, right? Let me show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something really quick. Let me just go to the website. Let me show you guys the website. Guys, the website got a little bit of a makeover, and it's getting even more of a makeover. It's going to be like tomorrow, you guys are going to see it. Landing page is going to be a little bit different. Let me log in really quick. Okay. Let me show you guys right here, important links. If you guys go, so all of you guys can do this, right? Even if you are not even if you don't want to be a paid member, you can go register as a free member on my website. And in here we have, oh, let's see. I guess that wasn't what I was looking for. I was trying to show you guys the market correlation. I guess I'll add that to that, but I know I have it right here, Forex correlation. You guys can go to this link, MyFX book. I'm just trying to show you guys the correlation. I feel like a lot of you guys are curious about the correlations that I'm talking about. You guys can actually come on here, and it's pretty cool. You can go and learn the different correlations, right? They have all the different currencies or all the different pairs. Ooh, that doesn't look good. Let's go back. Sorry, my computer I have an i7 and like 8 gigabytes of RAM. This thing is a pretty powerful computer, but for some reason, even with Zoom, it seems to get bogged down a little bit. But you guys can see it has every single currency on here. You can sort it by month. And normally when you click more, I don't know why it's doing it right now, but it's just going to, oh, there we go. See? When you click more, it's supposed to show you all these currencies. You can like match them up. You can do whatever you want. It's really cool. And you can like put it on like the month, the 5 minute, the daily. You can go and see long-term correlation, short-term correlation. Helps you kind of, see some things. It's just good knowledge to learn, guys. This is the back office though, guys. If you want to look, we added this. If you guys are free members can see this too. So all premium members, just so you guys know, you can go and see if you want to view all of our profit and loss reports. You can just go into the back office now, and that's added. And then we have all of our live trading sessions. So So premium members, if you guys haven't been keeping up with the live trading sessions, you just come in the back office, you click on this, and you can just come and see all of the different sessions that we did last week. And I am looking to add like a live. I want to start doing these webinars like embedded on the website, guys. I want to veer away from Zoom and get the premium daily live sessions in on the website. So you like log in, it streams kind of like a YouTube sort of thing. But that's coming in the future. And big news, guys, in Slack, right? We did add a new channel called Active Trades. So I know sometimes you guys were concerned, sometimes my announcements and my updates can kind of get cluttered in the way of the actual trade calls, and you guys have to scroll through it. So now we have Active Trades as specifically the channel for I'm going to post only active trades in there. So if you don't see any trades in there, it means that there's no active trades. If you see a trade in there, it means either we're in it or it's a limit order that's active, one of the two. So it's a really quick way for you guys to just get on Slack if you have a really busy schedule and just be like, okay, cool, I can see the trades that are open and not open. So let's see, guys. I am going to open it for, oops. Let's go ahead and make that a little bit bigger. Guys, I'm going to open it up for questions real quick. If you guys have any questions, I can answer them real quick. If there's any pair you guys want me to go over that I already went over that you didn't get, maybe you were a little bit hazy on, I can go look at it. Or if you just have a question in general, I really like answering people's questions and helping you guys out if you have any. And if not, we'll just hop on off of here and have a great week, guys. Yeah, this week does look great, Justin. Might be a little slow because of, Thanksgiving on Thursday, but we'll see what happens. Let's see. Okay. Linda, you said I have to go back and re-listen to my notes, re-listen and look at my notes. Yeah, no, guys, never stop learning. Like I still read different trading books. I still try to like brush up on just price action and always trying to just do whatever I can to continue my education. I don't ever try to just stop. I don't ever think like I'm too good for trading. I'm always trying to just read something. Brian, you said, what pair are you most looking at this week? Well, I think USD Jappy, right, is still going to keep going higher. And Euro USD, if it breaks this is a big, big break right here. And then gold. Those are my three. Hector, where can you learn more about price action? Great question, Hector. Okay, guys, put this in your browser. bit.ly/capital P capital T DROPBOX, Dropbox. Okay, has to be just like that. All right, you go to there. All right, this is our Dropbox. It's public, guys. Everything is in here. This is what I was talking about. You have our profit and loss reports. If you guys want to see our trade history, right? We have our trade history. We keep everything very transparent. I'm not afraid to post our losses, right? We took last week we had a great week. The week before we had a couple losses, but we go all the way back. We have all of our profit and loss reports in there for everybody to see. We upload it every single Friday. But in here, we also have Forex Survival Guide if you guys want that. Important formations. You want to learn about price action. There's this great chart you can study. If you need to learn about pending orders, that's right there. And then ebooks. This is what I'm getting at. So Hector, brother, if you want to be a master at price action, read these 3 books. Like you will literally understand price action like the back of your hand if you read these 3 books. They're super easy reads. Like you can, like Naked Forex is probably my favorite. You can read, I don't know. I like Trading in the Zone too, but Naked Forex is like, you can read each of these books in like 2 or 3 hours. right? Very easy read, right? They're like 150 pages, very easy. Oh yeah, let me put it in here, guys. Here it is. I forgot I can put links in here. There you guys go. bit.ly/. It's right there in the chat for you guys. And I will throw in, I have a couple more books on my hard drive. I will go and drop a couple more books in there today. I'll put that in my notes. I know I mentioned, I think last week or even the week before last, that I was going to put some books in there. I apologize, guys. I've been really busy. But guys, if you guys want to know about Fibonacci, right, let me pull this up. I'll show it to you guys. I'll just put it in there right now. Check it out. Watch. Boom. Uploading. You guys see that right there? Just being actionable right there. You guys want to learn about Fibonacci. This is definitely a more advanced book, guys. It's the same style, right? It's like it's the same setup. Boom, it's there, guys. You guys can all go and read it now. This is very in detail, okay? Don't get too overwhelmed. You don't need to know every single thing that's in the book, to be completely honest, okay? That doesn't mean skim. Very good to read it one time through all the way. There are, like, even guys, like, I'm a pretty smart person. I feel like I have a pretty high IQ, and there were even some things in there that were over my head, right? Like, I'm good at math, right? But I'm not like no freaking, I don't know, whatever. I'm not like some crazy person that knows like all this crazy math stuff, right? I know, I got good grades and decent grades in high school, and but yeah, there are some things that go over your head a little bit, right? But if you understand, I would definitely recommend, guys, I wouldn't jump into, if you're trying to learn about Fibonacci, I wouldn't just jump into this book right away. Go on like Baby Pips or something, or some other, like investing.com, and learn about Fibonacci. They break it down a lot easier. That person just goes kind of advanced very quickly. But that's all I got, guys. Look at this flag forming, right? Gold could just like absolutely smash down. It could, right? It might not. It could. Did it just go down to, let's see. Oh, this is the 4 hour. 1 hour. It could keep consolidating, right? But ultimately, I think it's going to keep dropping. Guys, look at that. Price action is king. All right. It doesn't look like we have any more questions, guys. We'll throw the recording up on YouTube just as normal, guys. Let me just show you guys a couple last things too. Just so you guys know, some of you guys that are interested in the trade copier, we keep everything very transparent, okay? I'm going to put this in the chat room as well. This is another link for you guys to go and look at, bit.ly/mam account. If you would like to follow the progress of our trade copier, right? We had a little, I'm not going to lie, guys, everything's public, right? We had a little bit of a rough patch with the elections, right? We didn't trade the elections, but there was a trade we got into after the elections where the volatility was still crazy. Knocked us out of a couple trades, but we're still chugging along, right? Our drawdown is nice and low. We don't risk. You don't see, guys. Let me tell you guys straight up, the gain doesn't matter. Okay, I mean, yes, it matters, right? Obviously, you want it to be going up, right? Obviously, let me take that back. You want it to be going up, but like, guys, people that are like looking for like 20% returns a month, 30% returns a month, like legitimately investing in Forex long term, it's not going to happen. You aren't going to find it. If you're trading aggressively, yes, it can happen, right? But I'm talking about a trade copier, guys. Don't expect to connect to a trade copier and be getting like 30%, 40% results, right? I'm responsible for you guys' money, so I'm going to trade it very, very conservatively. So, but we've had some consistent gains. We're still moving forward, and we're still moving up, guys. I am looking to make some big moves. I am looking to scalp. A lot of these were scalps in here, and then I was taking some position trades back in here. So I am looking to do a little bit of scalping this week and make maybe like 5 to 10 trades, just scalping in the MAM, and just kind of gain like a nice 3 to 5% this week. That's what I would like to, that's my personal goal for the week. You guys can see our win rate, right? We're pretty profitable. But this is really what I was talking about, guys. Profitability, okay? Don't go all drooly eyes and jaw hitting the floor when you see a high profitability, right? To be completely honest, guys, a super high profitability is actually a red flag, okay? Because that means that you aren't willing to, you hold trades through drawdowns, and we don't like to hold trades through drawdowns. We always keep a 2% risk. So we've been blessed, right? For us, nothing is a red flag, right? Because we've just been lucky, right? We've just gotten lucky. But if you guys see like a long-term thing that, like a long-term trade copy or a long-term MAM or PAM that has a really high win rate, then most likely if you go and look at the drawdown, the drawdown is going to be higher, because that means that they hold trades, like basically they would rather have more winning trades, like a higher win rate, and just have a higher drawdown. It's just like their preference. But real investors, guys, investors that invest millions and millions of dollars, they're looking for a low drawdown. They aren't looking at how much they can make. They're looking at how much they can lose, okay? And that's really like, even as an investor of yourself, guys, that's how you should be looking at the markets. Every single time you enter a trade and every single time you're looking at a setup, you need to have like a full game plan, and you can't be looking at it, oh, wow, I could make $1,000 on this trade. Oh, I could make $100 on this trade. Oh, I could make $50 on this trade. No, you should be looking at your risk, guys. Okay, how much am I willing to risk on this trade? How much can I lose on this trade? That is the way that's how, if you guys are wanting to get in the mindset of a professional trader, that is how you have to think. That's what I just wanted to show you guys. And you guys know the website, positivetraders.us. I'll put the link in the chat also, positivetraders.us. And guys, we have a live feed of this chart on our website, okay? That's the website. You can also go and register for free. You can kind of see what you have in the free back end. And then if you guys ever want to, take your trading to the next level and step it up, we do have the premium group. It's $69 a month, guys, by the way, for those that are wondering the price. So very, very inexpensive. There's a lot of companies out there. There's probably like 5 companies I can name off the top of my head right now that charge over $150, over $100 a month. Some of them over $150 a month. So, and they're garbage, right? I know of some companies, auto traders and MAM accounts, that they're losing people money. They're not just losing people money, but they are blowing people's accounts. That is not the way to have Forex, right? Don't follow a marketer, right? That is probably the worst thing that you can do as a potential investor, is because you will have your entire experience ruined if you follow a marketer and not a trader. And I'm just being real with you guys. You're if you follow somebody that's fake, it might sound good, but the saying, it sounds too good to be true, really goes good with Forex, right? You need to keep your risk low and compound. I just want to show you guys one thing. Let me just show you guys this, and then I'll let you guys go. I'll leave you with this. This is just a little inspiration for all you guys. This is what kept me going, keeps me going, right? Because this is the power of compounding, guys. This you can access. This calculator you can access from the back office. If you log in, register as a free member, go to the links. It says Forex calculators. There's a compounding calculator in there. Starting balance, guys. All right. It's also in the free Forex survival guide. Let me just show you guys this. You start with $1,000. Some of you guys probably already know what I'm going to put in, right? Okay. This is my favorite one. You take $1,000 and you gain 10% per month. After 5 years, you would have 300,000. Okay. Now, the more money you have, like realistically, like if you're gonna like invest in a MAM, like that's like a percentage I would be looking at, right? Like $5,000 with a very conservative increase, 5% a month for 60 months is almost 100K. That's still great, right? Make almost 100 grand in 5 years from just something that you didn't even touch, just pays for itself. It's like your bank account, right? Except it's just like a bank account on steroids. It's a savings account on the steroids. That's what a MAM is, guys. That's what a trade copier is. A trade copier shouldn't be your source of income. It can be your your way that you pay your subscription, right? You don't have to worry about your subscription with that, right? But it shouldn't be a source of income. You shouldn't be wanting to make $1,000 on any trade copier unless you have, you know, tens of thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. Does that make sense? You have to be realistic, guys. You have to expect in return, right? Let me just put it this way. This is a crazy perspective. Think about it with big money, guys. Last thing I want to say, if you had $100,000, right? Do you realistically think you could turn $100,000 into $200,000 in a month? Right? Probably not. Okay. Now, some of you guys are taking like $100 or $500 and you want to flip that to like $2,000 or $5,000 or $10,000 in a month. That's even higher, guys. That's even higher of a guys, $500 to even $2,000. That's a 400% increase. 100K to 200 is just a 200% increase. It's just a doubling. I'm sorry, a 100% increase. So that being said, guys, open up your sights with Forex. Don't be so short-sighted. You aren't going to if you just learn Forex, if you just discovered Forex, you aren't going to retire next month. And there's probably people that you talk to on Facebook that are probably telling you can retire next month from Forex. I mean, you can win the lottery tomorrow too, right? What are your chances of that? Very, very low. Just like your chances of becoming a millionaire in Forex in a month is very low as well also. All right. Probably equal odds of winning a lottery, right? Winning a Powerball or something. So, and just don't over leverage, guys. Don't over leverage. You said, how much should you be targeting? 5 to 10% a month? Yeah, no, that's a good, as a professional trader, that is a good percentage. That's a good target to aim for, right? When you're new, just look to get some type of gain. Look to have a higher balance of some type at the end of the month than you did at the beginning of the month, right? You shouldn't see Forex as an income like your first year or so. You want to make sure you're getting like the understanding down and learning it. It's just like learning a language, guys. You aren't going to learn a language and then like, would you want to be like, let's say you didn't know Spanish, right? Would you want to be dropped in Mexico like 1 month after being told that you're going to Mexico and you don't know any Spanish? Probably not, right? You'd like to have like a year to prepare, get fluent at it and things like that. Just like Forex, guys, you have to learn the art for yourself. But that's all I got, guys. I appreciate all you guys. I love all you guys' support. I seriously do. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to message me on Telegram or Facebook or Slack. If anybody needs help with anything, I'm more than happy to. But premium members, I will catch you guys on Monday's webinar, and I will probably be on Periscope before then, guys. So stay tuned. But see you guys later.